And we are back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 11, episode 10, as we continue our journey through the 2024 mid-season invitational. And if you guys want an update on what is currently going on with the channel, you know how I told you guys that I'm trying to get everything structured? So all of the content that I've been uploading to Rumble from where I started uploading the pre-recorded YouTube content over there, it's almost done. I have about like 5 or 6 videos left to do after this next batch of videos. Then after that, I am going to I got access back to that third email account that I had before. I'm going to use that email account to make a dedicated Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube channel, actually. So we're going to have one for like movies, TV, anime. Well, sorry, yeah, movies, TV, anime, and video games, all this stuff. That's what this one is. This will be like the main one. Then we're going to have one for comics and manga. Then we have one for Yu-Gi-Oh! And then after that, I'm going to simultaneously, when I'm getting the Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel kind of back up and running, I'm going to start putting out the Cloud9 podcasts episodes on Rumble. It won't be streamed there, but I'll be able to, put the VODs out there for you guys, because that way it's going to free up space on my computer, actually. So, yeah, I'm going to start making sure I get the Cloud9 podcast episodes VODs up there, when I'm able to finish up this first portion of what I'm doing right now. And as I always say, if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this episode of the Cloud9 podcast if you enjoyed it. Comment down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And special shout out to Renown00. I was on his stream last night. I had a great time, actually. He invited me on because, Lawrence LG couldn't be on because I think Lawrence went to work or whatever. And then a good amount of his people that were watching live ended up subbing or subscribing to the channel, actually. And as you guys know, the channel is very close on hitting 1,000 subscribers. So, that's going to be a pretty big thing for the channel because, well, I've already hit 1,000 subs before. It's nothing new.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Let's talk about these Chinese and
hey, fuck you,
motherfucking teams, man.
You was Benz and I'm Eminem. That's what happens around here. I diss you receive.
Nigga, no, you receive dick from Lennon. That's what happened. She bent you over the couch with the strap on.
Okay, but yes. Shout out to Renown00. Thank you so much, man. And we'll have more announcements for you guys later on throughout the week. But yes, time to talk about the LCS. Okay, the LCS. Fuck all that. The LCS sucks. Make us a minor region. Give the PCS at least a seed.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I would not do that.
The PCS can have 2 seeds. You don't want them to have 2 seeds at all?
Because PSG has shown that they're the only good team. You do that, they'll be back to a minor league within a year.
Garfield, what's up, man? Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
I would tell you this.
They had a second seed when you first started watching. Because like
that second team
that would go with like Flying Oyster.
That second team sucked. That second team sucked.
What do you mean, man? They almost beat GenG.
Yeah, okay. That second team sucks. Like,
our second team suck. All our teams suck. We all suck. We're all trash.
But the PCS, have you seen how many views the PCS get?
Oh no, I agree. I'm just fucking around.
This is what I think. Competition wise, they deserve to be a major region. But when you are combined with Oceania and LGL,
you really think there's a shot that Oceania, like, let's say hypothetically, they actually get a second seed? There's no world they ever get.
It's gonna be two. It's gonna be 2 PCS teams, or it might be Sengoku Gamer or that they should focus me.
That's all I'm saying. Is like, given how bad the LCS is, it's like them having an extra seed wouldn't really do anything.
I would just keep the LCS at 2 seeds. I would just keep.
So you're actually saying demote the LCS to having only 2 seeds?
Yeah, for Worlds and MSI, they get 1+1. They're like, I would whoever wins, they automatically gets in. I would do the same thing, because you got the 4 teams. Mm-hmm. This is what I would have done.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
I would make it 16. I would make it, was it 16 teams? Like
For Worlds,
instead of, no,
22, I think.
I'm
24.
talking about for MSI. Instead of 12 teams, make it 16. Like
People have said that for years. I've said that. I've said, why can't it be more teams?
I
No
would
reason
make
why
it.
it can't.
I would make it 16 team. This is what
Where
I would
will
do.
then? Okay, if you're making 16 teams, then where's all the extra seeds going to be? Who would you give them to?
It's going to be the third place LCK, third place LPL.
Okay, so that's 14. Okay.
And then
LEC would get 3.
no. This is what I would do. I would have it. I would. This is what I would do. I would have the first place of the major regions teams automatically be in the second round.
Oh
yeah.
That's
me. This is what it is. It'll be the top 4 major region teams. Whoever wins out of those 4 automatically are in, but they're locked in beyond the first round. They're in the second round. Now you have 12 teams. You have 12 teams fighting it. You have 12 teams fighting for 8 slots, but the way it will go is
they have the third teams in the play-ins. Like if you make it 14, let's say you make it 14 teams and the LPL, LCK get a third team there. The third team obviously should be in the play-ins. Let's be honest with you, dude. The defending world champions at T1, I'm people still disrespect them, but they're the defending world champions. There's no reason they should be in the play-in stage. Like they beat the living shit out of people. That is embarrassing. They're defending world champions in the play-ins. The defending world champions are at what do they have to prove fighting Team Liquid?
But
FlyQuest they faced.
But think about this. The defending MSI champions are not even there. That's me. Now you gotta look at it like that. It's like,
it's one of those things where it's like the play-in stage. I don't mind it. It's always like those things are always like warm-ups to the real thing anyway. It's like, let's be honest here. Any LPL, LCK team that's in the play-in stage clobbers those teams. It's never a competition or it's never even fair, being honest here. It's usually like a fucking gap between these guys. The gap is so wide, Adrian Chetik's butthole could not cover up that gap. Just say it's wide. Fuck. Oh, shout out to Chisel Adonis. He's now part of Manscaped, actually, now, from what I saw.
Yep.
Fucking hell. But yeah,
this is what I would do.
You know, we were talking on the league, the playing league, show like that. And, you know, people have said, well, Rift Rivals doesn't matter because you don't win anything. Okay, people, newsflash for you. These guys don't win anything when the tournaments matter. It doesn't matter if you go for a fun tournament for them. I'm just saying, it doesn't matter. They don't win when it matters, and it's not going to matter if you play in these tournaments. It doesn't change anything. LCS, for sure, I think more than LCS is bad. That is embarrassing.
Yep.
I want Fnatic to knock Team Liquid out because I'm sick of seeing them right now. Get them out. I want just out of the tournament. Please, Fnatic, beat the living shit out of these people. I'm just saying, like, I'm so sick of watching these guys at this point now. Whenever an NAT on tier list moving forward, when World comes through, or I think the Esports World Cup is coming up, or I don't know what the fuck. Third tournament comes with here. LCS teams, bottom. LCS is going to be in fucking F tier moving forward. I am not putting them in D or C. That's too nice. They've been sucking for so long. Their FlyQuest look like booty hole. Team Liquid got beaten so hard, the jungler quite literally forgot how to play on stage. It was quite embarrassing, actually.
Yep.
Oh my god. People and I know people like Warren, you know, I've always said, like, well, Rift Rebels doesn't matter. These guys don't even make it competitive in tournaments that do matter. Yeah, go ahead, have your for fun tournaments. Because I'm saying the views on those interregional rivalries are very, very big. If Riot wants to do those tournaments for views, dude, have you checked the go back, check the views on the VODs for Rift Rivals when the years you had like big matchups, the views are insane. Like, yeah, if you're doing it for just viewership, go and do that. If people want to have shit little rivalries of like NA versus EU, which doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things at all, give it to them. You can't fucking win at tournaments that matter. What was the last time a Western team made it to the finals of an international event? Like, what?
2019.
Yeah. Most of the time, like, guys, the LCS has won a single best of one against the LCK since 2022. That's the last time that the LCS has won against an LCK team. That was EG, and even when EG beat them, Inspired and JoJo, or Inspired said, I don't even know how we won. They don't even know how they beat the best team.
Yeah.
We're in that's a bad spot, you know? We're at the point now where, like, the Western teams, even if they get a lead against these guys, it doesn't mean anything. They just get out macroed so hard. It's not even really about kills on a screen or goal, or, yeah, goal difference matters too. They just can't play the map properly. They can't play the map at all. It's embarrassing to see from these guys. I know you wanted to clown on Team Liquid because you've been waiting to roast on APA. So we'll just start with the first series. Team Liquid versus Top Esports. People were like,
oh, this was an absolute storm. This wasn't close any of the games. At least the Fnatic, GenG, and BLG.
They put up a fight. I'll give them that.
PSG took 2 games off BLG. Who would have thought that? But let's give it context. PSG does play on the same servers as the BLG team.
I will say, before we get to that series, if you watch the games, BLG were highly throwing in some of those games.
Oh, no. They threw 2 games, but PSG threw 2. Like, PSG's, there's a game where PSG...
We'll get to it. It's just,
oh, my God. Team Liquid.
Oh, God. Where do we start? All right, so...
let's start with...
Yon. Yeah. Yon and
real quick.
Great.
Real quick. TN tell APA to shut up.
Okay, sorry. You're right. Yeah.
TN tell APA just talking about, oh, yeah, don't, and then TN just says shut up, and then next thing you know, he shut him up. Just, God.
Shit. If you guys haven't seen it, basically, APA did his bullshit trash talking against TN. He was like, 3 bans. He was like, shut up. And then his team said, Giga Chad TN. Even his own team don't like his ass.
Giga Chad TN.
And that's like, TN struggled a lot on Top Esports, given his time on there. He's not even like the best jungler. He's like okay. Yeah, but whenever he faced up against it looked like he was like fucking one of the best junglers in the world, actually. Bro just like put his whole fist in his ass. Like, talk about jungle gap. That's a jungle gap. Like,
when he faced off against he looked like fucking Peanut. I was like, oh shit, damn, Umpty looks. I don't know. Umpty looks like the jungle version.
First ever international event. Umpty's been playing for like 10 years, so to speak. You know, he only just won his first title a few months ago. Actually,
that's sad.
But remember, it was always everyone else's fault. It's always everyone else's fault, but him. Yeah, fuck off. I hate people that do that. He was quite literally not a good player, and oh my god, on the international stage, he looked like he was severely outclassed.
Yep.
Who could have thunk it? A guy that was on Jenner Green Wings and Fredit Breon looked like horse shit.
All those Korean teams that he were on were like, yeah, he's good, but he's Challenger League. You gotta realize the players in the Challenger League, they know they're not ever get put up in the LCK. I mean, not all of it. Like, I would say about 80% of them don't come up. Mm-hmm. Like, Berserker had to go to the LCS because he wasn't going to overtake Gooby. You think Poby's ever going to take over Faker? But like, if Faker retires,
technically,
if Faker retires tomorrow, they're going to find a new miller. They don't trust. They trust Poby in challenge. Let him sit in the Challenger League, chill, go 0-18. And he's still gonna get some ass from some Korean chicks because you're on team what? It don't matter. Like you could be the trashiest player on the team, you're still gonna get some ladies and give you some ass. That's how it is.
The next biggest problem with Team Liquid, like if you just go down just player to player, Impact, like with last year, like with Summit, he was their best player. If you put down their best player, they can't quite function at all. Impact, he tried his best, but like, you know, Impact's a solid, decent player at his point in his career now. At one point, he was a carry player. At one point, he was really, really good. Now he's at a point where he can be a carry, depending on the situation. It's mostly just a solid tank player, and he just got railed. Even when he played Rumble, he can't do anything. He just got railed by the other guy. 369 made him look damn fine as his bitch, honestly.
Yeah.
He beat the fuck out of that guy, honestly. Then Tien quite literally... Adrian checked to that pile driver position. So Tien was like the dude that's doing the pile driving.
No. Tien is Diddy and Umpty is Meek Mill. He bent him over that table and made him holler. That's what happened.
I have never seen someone get clapped that hard on the international stage. Quite literally, people, Umpty looked so bad. And one of the games, he went into their jungle, started wandering around with no vision, and just went and died and blew his flash. Sorry, well, blew his flash, then he died. Like,
Yeah.
he got completely just fisted into the dirt. Remember, this is someone that Team Liquid actively wanted to get on the roster. They actively wanted him. I told people before, their roster last year on paper was a little bit more better. The problem here is that those players were just not able to function properly with the players that they already had there. You know, APA was going to get clapped by Cream. Like Cream has struggled with nerves in this tournament. Like he looks really nervous on stage. But he's not bad. Like he'll actually destroy you. Do people understand? Cream. I watched this. I watched that forever. I've obviously watched the LPL. Do people know that Team Top Esports beat Team Liquid with their worst champions? One of the games, they beat them with their worst champions that they have sub 40% win rates on. People know Cream can't play Corki as well as Chovy. I think the record on Cream's Corki is like 4-10 or some shit. He's actually horrible on it. Are you telling me that they got beaten so badly by a team playing their worst picks? They got beaten by a team so bad, they didn't even break out anything. Remember, context here. Top Esports played their worst picks. They put themselves in the worst position possible and still beat the shit out of them. If that's not demoralizing, I really don't know what is anymore, honestly. Remember, I actually handicapped myself to give you guys content, and then that's just Jan and JJ. I mean, just like, people are like, well, Jan, I agree. Jan stepped up in the playoffs of the LCS. I agree with that. But, like, come on. A lot of the LCS bot lanes have been really, really bad. You know, Berserker fell off a cliff because he was playing with Vulcan. The other LCS players, like, what we have, like, Masu,
Lucio, Meech and Ayla, like...
B-Voy. He's stuck with Zazel, so
B-Voy's their best ADC. And
B-Boy's like one of the best ADCs in the league, and he's stuck with Zazel on like a sixth-place team.
B-Boy was named the all-pro team, first team.
Yep.
And he didn't even make playoffs. No, he did. He got beat real quickly out of the playoffs.
No, you're right. No, Shopify Rebellion didn't make playoffs. Remember, they lost to Cloud9 in their decider match, actually?
Oh yeah, because Dignitas.
Yeah. So, like, technically, by the community, he's, like, the best ADC, and he
didn't even make playoffs. That's sad.
That's so sad. Fuck. Just imagine that. Our best ADC is playing with Zazel, and his whole year is ruined because he's on Shopify Rebellion, actually.
With a middle laner who's just like APA, who stayed like, at least with Insanity, he tries. He's not good either. It's like,
yeah. And that's the thing, is like with APA, he got like railed. Even when people factor in, if he's not on his best champions, he just doesn't look as good. And people in LCS just have a big ego where they don't want to ban his champion. If you ban him out, he's literally not a player. It's not that hard.
You know the issue is they want to show that they can be a Wizards champion. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Think about this. Top Esports, after all the chatting, they banned him game one and said, let's see what you can do without your champion. He did nothing.
He was invisible.
And then guess what? Game 2 and 3. Oh, he's pumping off on a really still lost. There was still a bot gap.
The bot gap was so big.
There's a bot gap wider than a Porter's asshole after getting blasted by Dread. Look up Dread. That's how wide the bot gap was.
Do you remember the game that Jan played on Gen and he ended up with, you know how much he got a CS? He was 2v1ing with JJ against 369. He ended lane with 14 CS. You know how horrible that was, people? He got 3 waves of experience and ended up down in gold, doing less damage than the Cassante that he was able to 2v1 against since they lane swapped. Let's not even talk about the fact that APA got solo killed by an Orin support. Remember that?
Yep.
He got solo killed by an Orin support. And that's our LCS champion. Mopar got soloed by an Orin support. You know what was Mako's win record on that? 0-6.
Yeah.
Just absolutely just straight up pathetic from the LCS teams. Top Esports played really, really well.
Yeah, they played
they
well.
obviously stomped the shit out of them. The bot lane gap was, I don't know what was a bigger bot lane gap last. Stixay, who he elk on, or that, because that was bad. They can't. That was so bad. And people think the LCS should fucking hell, man. Or the teams just fucking suck. It's just bad. This was embarrassing. I would be embarrassed going on stage after I just played that bad. Oh yeah, we just went on stage. I swear to God, if they ever say the things like we tried our best. No, you didn't. Get the fuck out of here. You try your best. And that's the thing. These guys practice all about the same, about 18, I was like 15, 14-hour days, whatever. And that's the result. Keep in mind, people, these guys probably practice the same amount, but that's the result you get. That is just borderline depressing.
And the biggest issue, and I'll start with APA, when you show that you're only good at 3 champions, and they banned all 3 of his champions game 1 in their first round of bans. That's mean they already knew, okay, we already know we can take this trash player out, because we've already seen the LCS mid laners get dissected. Metis got dissected last year. Who else? APA got dissected. Oh, I was winning against Faker, and then you forgot how to team fight at the end.
Forgot how to play macro out.
you forgot how to position your character in the right, and got immediately.
And that's what people latch onto, dude. People are like, "Whoa, oh, they were close in kills." Are people like bronze or something? Are people just only bronze when they look at the game?
What did
kills matter if you can't actually play the macro game?
What did Dom Toretto said? You almost had me. No,
you almost had me.
You almost had me. No, winning is winning. It don't matter.
You never even had your car.
Like
you
never exactly.
Yeah.
Like Team Liquid never had their jungler. He was there for a year and he was
their jungler. He got PayPal.
He got PayPal right back to K. He got beat so bad that he went right back to Korea. Said fuck it.
Yeah.
Like if somebody rather play in goddamn Mexico, you come on, son. You what? Okay, yeah. At this point, you gotta look at it and be like, no, you guys got beat. You got humiliated.
And the reason why Summit left was because he felt like he was playing with a mid lane one trick, which was APA.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean,
he's like a 3 trick now.
It's a 3 trick, but that could get banned out because they know you can't play nothing else properly.
Yeah, when he plays Ziggs, he plays like he's a different kind of player. The player that you would get promoted for.
He plays Ziggs like the way I saw Faker play Azir. Like,
yeah,
he's damn near unbeatable. But you know, motherfucking teams ain't gonna let you play Ziggs.
And LPL teams are smart. If they know someone is good at something like pocket picks or whatever, they just get rid of it. Unless
they know that they can beat you on that champion. More of the time they know they can, but they're not gonna test it. They'll be like, all right, cool. Like they banned all 3. Matter of fact, go back to pull up the.
You want to go to the pod?
Yeah, of game 1. Oh, talk about that too. Yo, you know that it's crazy that you can't watch none of the VODs until like 24 hours after.
Another fact. Yep.
The only place you can watch it is on their
YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck? I'm looking for it. Gotta go look for this shit.
Yeah, all the highlight channels got an email from Riot saying there was a 24-hour blackout period.
Kaza and Epic got 24 hours. Anivia got like Anivia. I don't know what happened with them.
They dropped them. They dropped the GenG one from yesterday, but God Lord, man, fucking hell. Like Riot should have been putting out their own highlights for years, though. They just let it. That's another conversation for another day. All right, let's go over some of these games. All right, so as you guys know, Top Esports versus Team Liquid. This might have been one of the biggest stomps competitive-wise I've ever seen. Like just not like macro decision-making, setup.
Look at all the bans. They banned all the APA champions, and they put them on Tristana. He's also good on this champion.
Yeah. That's like a pick that if you put him on that, you should feel good on.
But too bad the current
Wei is so good into Tristana. You don't ever
No,
need to
not
duel her. You duel her from
no,
the
not even
distance.
that. Tristana's better to all 5 of these champions. Like the CC on Sejuani alone, Urgot just and they built up Takey. Lucia Dobby, yeah, bubble pop your so like
can't say that on YouTube. Good lord.
yeah.
Censored now, guys. I believe in CNN. I love
and
Cloud9.
also like you said this a while ago about certain champions. What is this Renata priority that people have?
I don't mind her. I don't mind it. I like her better right now than Nautilus, honestly.
Oh,
Not
no,
Nautilus.
Nautilus
not Nautilus, my bad. Milo, actually.
Oh, no,
Playing Renata is fine. I don't get why people play Milo all that much. I don't really feel like it gets any real thing done, honestly. That's just me. Maybe I'm not noticing it. I rather
Milo's more for healing. Mm-hmm. Cordia, you never need to play Nautilus again. He needs to stay away
I'd
from
rather play Nautilus than fucking Renata. He looked like shit on Renata. To look like he just couldn't even play the fucking game. But what can you give him that he doesn't look shit on, honestly?
Tarek.
You get if you play Tarek and Lucian Nami, you might as well not even walk on the fucking stage. You know how Gap would be playing that?
He's just like Beerger when people give over Beerger Zillion, but then he loses on Zillion. It's like there's
3 bans. Shut up. Just that's it. He shut him up the whole series. He just basically said you ain't shit.
And then who else? And then Mako said ha. And then Impact said LOL. And then you guys said these. Careful. And then APA come back. Careful, TN, don't it. And then Giga Chat, TN.
Oh shit.
And then
TN, don't int. Yeah, APA.
I'm not gonna lie. TN felt like Kendrick and APA felt like Drake. He was like, shut up. And then everybody was gassing him. I was like, God damn. This shit's funny.
This shit was good. This first game, because even when, that's what I told people, Wei's really, not only just really, really good, if you put her into more of like Tristana, Talia type champions, remember, he could just see us from a distance. Like, they just got draft gapped so hard. Like, the Kalista Renata is like the best part of the draft, but even that is not going to matter because you pick Kalista to have an early game impact, like, no pun intended, because they have a player named Impact. They had no early game impact, actually. So they can't pick scaling because you know what happened, guys? The next game, they picked all scaling and then just got absolutely just great.
And then guess what? So they finally gave.
Yeah, what?
And then Team Liquid finally, and Top Esports finally gave over what's the champion? Aethel. But then Team Liquid did the dumbest thing. Oh, let's pick Smolder. Nigga, what?
Smolder is so nerfed on this patch. He's useless.
Nigga,
he's so nerfed.
You were Smolder.
They went scaling. Why don't you
were Smolder Nautilus into a Senna Orin. Nigga, okay, yep. All right. Okay, T-Liquid drunk. All right, they gave up. All right, game 3.
This right here is the most mentally ill shit I've ever seen Impact do. This is the most mentally ill shit I've ever seen. So you guys see how he's they're gonna pressure 369 and TN. They know he's on Dragon, so obviously this is the correct play to make. Probably the only play they made decent like the entire series. Honestly, remember there's one play good out of all this shit, all this trash. So they easily know that Mako is going to back right here. I remember I watched this live and I was like, bro, what the hell are some of these guys even doing? They just straight up don't even care anymore playing this bad. So they know that TN just took Dragon, so he's gonna end up resetting and going to top because that's the only place he would go after invading the jungle. So right here, they notice that Senna's gone. They don't see TN. They don't see them bot lane. Yon could communicate, hey, Senna's not here. TN's not here either. And they don't do that. And then Impact just walks up. First of all, Impact shouldn't be walking this far anyway. He has no idea where the jungler or the ADC is. This is so unforgivable. You can't do that. Oh my God, look at what Jackalip just did. He threw a W to lock him down. Man, Yon should take some lessons. You throw a W to lock them down first. And then he's just dead. They went full scaling and then just got fucking destroyed. Absolutely blasted. So they can't play early game. You can't play scaling. And then the next game, I don't even know what the fuck. They picked Jin Nami and Yon literally could not even CS properly. Even when you have a utility pick. You pick utilities for you, like if you have an early game impact, you'll at least be able to be useful. You know,
not even that. Why aren't LCS banning out Cassante?
They're trading Cassante for Renekton. Great trade.
Okay, real quick. Go back to the draft of the third game if it's possible. I don't know if they had shown this draft of the third game. They probably did.
Yeah, it's the game 3's draft right here.
Was Cassante at first pick?
You have to pick, yeah, because it would go Cassante, Renekton, Vi, Xin Corki, then Aso, Jin, and then the last picks. Yeah,
because I'm thinking if they had any chance, I'll ban Cassante.
Yeah, LPL players, especially Asian top laners, are really good at Cassante. I don't know why they just let them have it through for free.
That's what I'm saying.
And they've gotten Renekton for it. I do not agree with the whole Renekton for Cassante trades these guys have been doing. The Jin pick is so. I guess they're going into like just the fucking well of shit there to get Jin Nami.
But at that point, why would you ban out Varus then?
Oh, because they're probably thinking that they'll just go Milo Varus, but I don't think that's the least of their worries in that position, actually. Remember, Impact can't play TF top properly, or he's not going to pick, he's not good at it, so you can't have that. It's just, God, they're just awful shit. Yeah. There's no redeeming qualities in this game. This game's even worse. They can't even lane swap well. No, they lane swapped, and it put Yawn even further down. Don't forget, they lane swapped, put 369 down, and then 369 ended up having more damage and more CS in the game, and he was 2v1. Bro, that is... Yeah. I'm done. Hell. Send your ass home. No losers bracket for you. I swear, if teams play that bad, no losers bracket. You get one shot, then you're fucking out. Chaz throw you out in one game. I at least give you a second chance, but I don't think I need to see any more fucking games from these guys.
I look at that, I'm like, yo, no, you guys are washed. You guys
get the fuck out. This is just embarrassing. Yeah, what happened to the fucking lower bracket? They're gonna lose to Fnatic round 1. If Fnatic lose to that, that's just bad.
If Fnatic lose to that,
it's actually more pressure on Fnatic to beat them than to because no one thinks TL's gonna be doing anything. Unless they just make sort of like crazy miracle run when they make the finals.
Okay. Yeah. No, if they do that, I'll be overly surprised if they do that.
All right, so let's go over the Gen. Oh, sorry. Anything else you want to say about the TL top esports best of 5? Actually,
absolute waste of time.
I know Shocks was looking all good. She was like, "Well, can I get a series that goes to best of 5 the business today?" Because yesterday it was so quick, and I was like, "Hey, yo."
Yeah, man. You know what else is quick?
If you last 5 seconds, that's not a I was gonna say that's not a flex.
Hell no.
Oh, shit.
Me making a cut in 5 seconds is.
Hey man, I would put my fucking face up her back, Taco.
Trust me. If I came in 5 seconds, she'd be pregnant because ain't no way I'll be able to pull out the time.
Oh my god. Well, next series, GenG versus Fnatic. So, I do agree. GenG had a lot of very uncharacteristic mistakes against Fnatic. Another big problem with BLG and GenG, because you understand, I've always said this before with MSIs in any national tournament, there is a huge gap between playing the last series you play in finals versus playing at an international event. The last time GenG played an actual series on stage was more or less so a month ago when you tell it. Same with BLG. I think that's the reason.
BLG was about 3 weeks ago. BLG was like 3 weeks ago.
GenG's for sure has been a month because they played at the middle week of April, I think, right? So it's been about 4 weeks time. So I'm super right now. I'm not making excuses. I'm saying the fact that if you don't play on stage that long, because remember, they're used to like playing on stage every week and playoffs and all that shit. When you don't play on stage for as long as that happens, even if it's a small period, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you are gonna see mistakes, uncharacteristic ones, like the ones that Canyon did. Canyon, good lord, he was just playing Kha'Zix, and I was like, I know he's better on Kha'Zix than this. He was just making some weird mistakes, though. I'll say King played very well for what it was. Chovy played really well. The bot lane of Pace and Lehens is still showing those issues. Do I think GenG can win? I do. But the problem here is if Pays and Lehens show this level of mistakes against a team like BLG in the series that may or may not get you to finals or you make you win the tournament, that's kind of the problem there. But the thing with GenG compared to BLG, when we talk about them later on, GenG still 3-0 them. Like, you still got the... When you're watching the series, you're at like, there's no way you think Fnatic are going to win any of these games. You know? There was game 1. Oh my god, you can tell how bad some of this shit is right here. What did you think about the GenG Fnatic series, actually?
Fnatic tried their ass off. They should have been a 3-1 GenG.
Game 1, I think it was when Lehens was playing Rumble.
Yeah.
The part of the game that really broke it was this part right here. So I was watching this live. Humanoid was trying really, really hard to make a play onto one of them. Right here. So before this, he was trying really, really hard on Talia to chunk them out. And they go so deep at chunking them out. I think they blew... Yeah, he doesn't have Talia wall. They have their ult. Okay. So they tried being really aggressive to pushing them off. They weren't watching their flank, actually. And Lehens just throws down the equalizer. All their squishy targets are right here. And they get roasted like some chicken at KFC. This is the reason why Western teams can't win. The macro is so bad. They literally lost track of Rumble using his ult. They lost track of their flanks. And then from this point on, like right here, the game wasn't really close. It was mostly it was mostly just Chovy and what's the name? Canyon getting caught out a little bit in side lanes. That was really it. At this part of the game, Fnatic's done. All their carries lost their shutdowns, and then GenG get a huge bag of money. And proof factoring, even in games that are close, look at the structures, look at the state of the map. They are not winning at all. Because right after this, GenG just turns the game on its head, and then it just wins. They're like, oh, okay. These guys don't know how to ward properly and set up flanks. Or sorry, they don't know how to properly ward to the point where they don't see us flanking. They literally lost track of Rumble ult. Lehens wasn't even playing great in this series, actually. I thought he was like the weakest player on the team. He has been the weakest player on the team. But this was just a beatdown after this. They're like, oh, okay, now we went from one team fight to an ending. This was the longest game of the series. It was 40 minutes, but even after, like, Canyon was like actively trying to like fuck up random spots, still losing. They still can't team fight properly. And then Noah, this Wong Dong Ching Chong fat fuck looking like a menace on crack, can't play any situation good. Oh my god, fuck.
I felt bad for Jim. I felt bad for Jim because he was trying to do everything he can, and Noah just kept like
he was hungry. He was trying to lose.
Yeah, man, he was on the 0-3 speed date to KFC.
Do you remember the part of the game where like I think GenG have advantage on the map, and then Noah tries challenging Pace to a duel, and he got absolutely just wrecked, and they lost mid lane priority.
Yep.
He knows he shouldn't be fighting him in that moment, and he just keeps doing it.
That was a little bit later. I believe that was after.
Yeah,
this.
There's a part of the game, guys, where I think in game 2 somewhere where GenG there's like a pick somewhere, and then Noah is challenging Pace when he doesn't need to be, gives up more priority on the map. Like, I'm sorry, he's just not cut out for international competition. He's the reason why they can't.
And also, why are teams giving over to Reliant? So I know you saw. Oh,
Joby quite literally soloed that GenG T1 series on this pick, and people still let him have it.
I'm telling you this, Fnatic, all the teams I lost, do not get mistaken by Team Liquid having a Reliant Soul. AP, that's one of AP's best champions. He got stomped in it. Don't be letting Aurelian Soul go through. Why are teams letting Aurelian?
Yeah, Aurelian Soul should be auto banned against Chovy.
Because you saw APA on it. No, don't take him as a role model.
APA shouldn't be the standard for Aurelian Soul being picked, like at all,
like
ever.
Top Esports was fucking with Team Liquid. Can we agree on it?
Hard.
Yeah, they banned all three.
They weren't even trying. When you pick all your worst picks that you have literally negative. Remember, in game 3, they picked every champion they had negative win rates on. One of them was 0-6.
I did have somebody a
You
couple
ain't
weeks
shit if you do
ago.
that. You just ain't shit though. You an asshole. What is
I
wrong
picked
with you?
Renata Glass into a matchup where I knew I was like, and our team still won because it was such a bot. It was such a bot gap. It was son of Renata Glass. It didn't even matter. We
The
just
gap
fucked
is
them.
too big.
The gap
That's the thing,
did.
everyone. Is so I know someone said, well, what if Fnatic had Carzzy, or it doesn't matter. The reason why
Yeah,
Fnatic couldn't have won any of these games, they are just horrible at playing macro. They're horrible at playing macro domestically. Why in the world would people think to be playing better at playing macro domestically? They're not good at playing
yeah,
macro. They've always been basically like, hey, we'll just kind of keep fighting, and we'll just keep fighting, and we'll just keep fighting. You know, there's structures and map and tempo and all. No, we'll just keep fighting. No, you can't do that because
yeah.
when you fight and don't get anything, when they win a fight, they get everything. Whenever GenG won a fight in the series, they got anything. They got anything: turret, deeper vision, wards in great places, dragon setups. Yeah, there's going to be kills. That's irrelevant to playing the map specifically. Didn't Fnatic the series only take like 3 turrets? Just the bot ones. They
Yeah.
only got 3 turrets the whole series. They only took 3 of them. And every fight, it really. I'll be honest with you, even when it was kind of close in kills, I never felt like Fnatic could really just win the game. It always felt like they were just worse by default, honestly. But GenG did make some mistakes there. So, keep in mind, BLG and GenG haven't played a fucking stage map in a while. So hopefully they can clean this up. Keen picked Vayne top. He thought he was Zeus. He was like, Zeus did it. I can do it too. Actually, just grape that guy.
Doesn't even matter when you put no on Varus and you're in an Ash and you're trying to disguise the fact that you need Jun to carry while Varus is there, but neither of them could carry.
Mm-hmm. They have a utility bot lane that is not providing any damage or even like actual picks. I'll give it credit to Humanoid. Humanoid, Razorg, and Jun have really stepped up. Osprey's being a taco as usual. He's not really like the reason why they're losing, but he's also not been like anything good either.
He's not the reason why that they're winning.
Yeah, he's that guy where he's like just trying to keep his job by just not being the reason why they don't win.
Yeah, he's the old lineman that gets a few good blocks, but might let the quarterback get sacked every other game. It cost him a game, but he wasn't the reason why they lost.
How Riot was pushing that whole fucking narrative. Chovy versus Humanoid. Chovy, the best mid laner in the world, versus this is how they phrased it. Remember, the best laning mid laner.
They was reaching for that one. They was reaching for that
Chovy
one.
claps people, beat the shit out of people. But the West Humanoid's the best laning mid laner, not player. They didn't say that. Best laning mid laner. Bruh. They just taking shots at these motherfuckers now. It's not even fun anymore.
At this point, they gotta give us some kind of confidence.
Yeah. Humanoid was like, if I beat Chovy, then that means I'll be the best. Yeah, buddy, that didn't happen. Actually, Humanoid in the series, he played well in roaming in side lanes. Actually, in lane, he got pretty destroyed. That is embarrassing.
That's not how that works. Humanoid. You want to beat the best, you gotta beat the best.
Yeah, actually beat him. Yeah, you gotta win. Yeah,
you gotta beat Chovy and Faker. Chovy's the best in LCK, and Faker's the best in the world. I don't know how that works, but it just works. You gotta beat them. And then you gotta beat Knight. Yeah. Then you gotta beat Knight. Can you beat Knight?
He's gotta beat APA first.
I swear to God, they lose. I swear to God, Fnatic lose to.
If Fnatic loses to Team Liquid, throw the whole LEC away. Just give GG triple elimination at that point. Oh, fun fact. I'm sorry, Chovy. I love you, but Humanoid and Chovy had the same amount of international appearances and both 0 titles. Riot won shit when they did that.
Oh no,
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that because they were trying to make it seem like, oh, Chovy won all these LCK series and no titles. They're not stupid.
Yeah. Humanoid and Chovy had the same international appearances, 7. Chovy has 0 international titles, and so does Humanoid. That means they're even, not even close. That just know how that works on any level possible.
Wait a second.
I want to show you guys this from Dom's point of view.
Okay. What 2 domestic titles did he get him with again?
Mad Lions back in 2021. This one was Carzzy.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I forgot about that.
Remember, he also got his first one because it was a big rogue choke in general.
Yeah.
He also made he made an MSI semifinals in his first year, and that's probably not happening anytime soon, ever again.
Yep.
I want to show you guys just how bad Noah is at knowing the limits of someone else who's stronger than him. This will show you how bad this guy is. So they get this mid turret with Rift Herald. Okay, he should not challenge him. He shouldn't even be in front of him. Also, look how bad this is. If you get chunked out in the spot, you not only will you almost die, you have to back and you lose more pressure on the map. Just look at what Noah does. Walks up. He has no mana. Why is he fighting him? Not at all. What are you doing? Like, just ridiculous.
Then
Jun walks up, see the Ching Chong, almost gets killed, blows his flash.
Against the Draven, that's another thing too. No, I think paying on Draven is 50-50. No, not 50-50.
He actually played Draven the best out of any champion so far.
Yeah.
You don't look that bad on it. But Noah also makes him. What Lucian has exhaust. Kill me, please.
Yeah, I saw that.
This is just pure trolling.
I was always thinking, what does Lucian like?
For Milo, it makes sense for Milo to have heal because Milo has inherent slows and heals. That's fine. But why would Lucian have exhaust? What kind of new meta is that dude cooking?
Hey, at least Lucian doesn't have flash. It would make sense and not make sense at the same time. Because I'm just saying, I played against somebody that was playing Lucian with flash, and I'm like, okay,
all right. Gotcha. Let's go to the BLG PSG series. Now, I've watched the series throughout the day. There's a lot I have to say about it. Now, I don't want to break anyone's confidence when you watch this on the replay, but I wouldn't be so hyped on PSG after this series. If you go and watch the games a little bit more really closely, really look like BLG was massively disrespecting them.
Oh no,
Remember,
no.
PSG throughout the series, come on. PSG throughout the series did not at any point stomp them in any game. None of their games were stomps. Game 1 was a stomp from BLG, and Game 5. Now keep in mind, those two stomps right there, Game 1, Game 5, were stomps from BLG's point of view. And the draft gap in Game 5 was insane.
See that Game 5 is that to me was the whole series. That showed me PSG lucked into 2 wins. I went back and saw this again. I was like,
I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not trying to diss on them. Yes, they knew how to capitalize on mistakes when they saw them from BLG disrespect them, and they won. I give credit for that.
Maybe,
yeah.
No, because I put out a conspiracy hat. Maybe BLG gave them 2 was just to make the West look bad, even worse. Think about it. You give them 2 free wins, and then Game 5 was an absolute. Did he stop it?
Because someone had said, well, Betty was playing good today. Elk beat the shit out of him.
It looked like BLG let PSG have 2 just to stick it to the West. There,
PSG. The stomps that BLG had, PSG never stomped them in any game. The only games PSG won were when BLG massively messed up in the mid game. Remember what we said about them on our tier list? The only way they'd lose is they will be too over aggressive.
Yeah.
BLG does that. BLG has this thing where they're a little too aggressive when they don't need to be, and they can kind of give a game over.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. Like the conspiracy part of me is saying, BLG threw 2 games on purpose just to stick it to the West. Think about it. PSG is technically an Eastern team, it's just not a major team.
Don't tell the Chinese that.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. I was about to say something mad wild, but I ain't gonna say that. But think about it.
Egg roll's gonna egg roll. I'm
about to say, what's the difference between Taiwan and Chinese? Can you tell the difference?
I'm not answering this. I'm YouTube. I'm reformed. I voted for Joe Biden, and I like Don Lemon, and I watch CNN.
I don't do none of. I ain't do none of that. Don Lemon identified as being gay before black. Okay, all right, cool.
Hell yeah!
Don't come to the black community. Don't come to a black community. Look for try to apologize. You laid your bed and now sleep with the old white man you're with. Fuck out of here, nigga.
So in the series, Ben actually destroyed what's his name, Ozzy. He destroyed him pretty hard. It's really hard to say PSG played well when BLG were making such massive blunders.
That's what I'm saying. It looked
like game 1, they stomped these guys. Game 5, guys, game 5 was damn near perfect for 12 minutes. Perfect.
But like 18 minutes. If Ben doesn't die,
you're right.
If Ben doesn't die in that one team fight, it's perfect. Literally, in my head, I think BLG let PSG have 2 games to stick it to the Western teams to say, oh, PSG stronger is like, this is ridiculous because PSG ain't that strong. PSG.
Yeah. I'll show you guys right here why BLG were straight up trolling. So they win. Okay, so I remember it was in the jungle. Yeah, it was right here where they started turning it. Earlier in the, okay, right here. After this play, they're in their jungle, they're fighting them, and they stay way too long. Okay, so right here, Knight's already chunked out. You don't need to be helping him. He's done. Just run. Actually, just get out. You can't win this. Absolutely, there's no way you can win that at all. They overforce, and they stay. Remember, they did this twice.
Yeah.
It wasn't once. They did this twice in the same spot every single game.
Exactly.
And then after that, well, PSG's comp is a comp where if you give them some openings, since they have a lot of damage on this comp, they can actually just start turning the game. They did this twice. They went back to the same spot.
Yeah.
Why are they doing that? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Why they would go back to the same spot, lose in the same spot.
Plus, giving Maple a really so was not a good idea. That's one of his better champions.
He feels like the Smolder of last patch, where teams just giving him away and just lose just off of that.
People are looking at APA being like, "Oh, Aurelius Soul's not that good." No. APA's not that good. Don't get the two confused. That's like the kid at my locals when they see him play Charizard. Oh, Charizard sucks. No, the kids do. He's not that good yet. Charizard does not suck. Yeah, APA is the kid.
And that's the problem is I agree that PSG knew that BLG were kind of disrespecting, fucking with them, however terminology you want to use. But that is like, people don't know that BLG were winning this game, the majority of it, right? It took them just fucking off to lose it. Yeah. Wasn't that being good? The next game, so game 3 they were winning. All right, okay, so go to game 3. Now this is the one where they had 7 kills early on. What did we say about having kills? None of that means anything unless you can translate that to actual map advantage. There's a part of the game where they got 7 kills. It was like 7 to 1 or something.
It was 7 to 1, but PSG didn't take down any towers. It felt like that.
No towers. It was right after here. Jun got their first kill on Wukong after this right here. And people were like, "Oh, PSG could have 3-1 BLG." You are smoking such hard crack.
Think about this. PSG only had 1 tower down, while BLG had 2 towers, and they were going for 3, but they're down 7 kills. But guess what? They're only down 1 side of the gold.
So yeah, now you're understanding. Down 1,000 gold. Remember, BLG were able to get more structures with a disadvantage than PSG got with an advantage at all.
And also, Maple, you know how many times he missed the Nika ult? You know how many times he missed that shit? I'm like,
hey man, he beat Jensen. Shit.
Yeah, he did. He beat the brakes off Jensen. Maple Diddy and Jensen Usher.
So that's what I know. A lot of people in the comments are like, you don't think that PSG are good. You're just Asian biased. I'm not Asian biased. I know how to look at the game. It doesn't matter.
How's he Asian by when his favorite team is GenG and his other favorite teams are okay? We're not gonna talk about the second Chinese team.
I hate you. Fuck you. Go to hell.
I'm just saying.
RNG's winning Worlds next year.
Okay. Hey. No. Think about it. 3 of my 4 favorite teams are still here. Too bad 2 of them got to
go to hell. Fuck you, Lord.
You know what the fucked up part about it is? All my teams are going to go against each other. T1 against G2 today, and then whoever wins has to go against BLG. That's me. No matter what, I'm getting 2 Civil Wars. What the fuck is this?
That's happened last year with me too. All my favorite teams would fight each other. G2 versus GenG, Cloud9 versus GenG. I'm like, I love each Cloud9, but GenG
Cloud9 versus T1.
Look at this mentally ill shit that people type because they don't know how to watch the game properly. PSG exposes some of the BLG. They quite literally exposed nothing out of them. All they exposed is that BLG just like to fuck around.
PSG exposed nothing like how Kendrick exposed Drake. We all knew this about Drake, or we all speculated about Drake.
People know that BLG is massively over-aggressive, maybe too over-aggressive in some cases. That's not an exposure. That means if you didn't actually watch BLG, you would just be, I don't know, proving that you don't watch.
I knew this about BLG. That's how they got 2-0 by IG. They kept trying to force stuff, and then what happens when you try to force something and it doesn't work? It gets flipped on you.
Yeah.
And now you're the one getting your nexus cracked in.
Shout out to PSG for making on the BLG fucking around. That's fine. I don't disagree with that, and I think that's good that they capitalize on that stuff. But let's not make it like PSG is some great team.
Yeah, people
do you know what is the comp? That's in BLG are winning game 4. Can I mention that? BLG are winning game 4. The only reason why they lose game 4 is because they throw at Baron. They just keep throwing.
They threw on purpose to make this a game 5. They're not stupid. Cause go back, like this is why when people say PSG needs to be the PCF, no, they don't. You really want Flying Oyster to be the second team? Yeah. Don't be worse than FlyQuest.
Hell, at this point, I don't know anymore, man.
The way Flying Oyster be played, they be playing like motherfucking EG, and they no longer exist. Like, fucking
like
me.
That. And did you know, guys, the reason why PSG got massively lucky in certain scenarios in this best of 5? Game 5 shows that. If they're good in Game 5, this would have been a nail-biting Game 5. It wasn't. They actually just beat the living shit out of them in Game 5. Hard.
Yep.
I don't know why they picked Udyr into Nico, Varus, Kennen. Sorry, Nico. I don't know why they picked Udyr into Kindred, Varus, and Nico, and Ashe. That's just bad.
This is the real BLG
they get their playmaking ADC Senna.
This is where BLG actually wants to give a shit.
Into Kindred. They picked Viego into Kindred.
Yeah.
That's just gap.
They don't ban Cassante again. They gave Knight Nico. They let Elk have Varus.
Mm-hmm.
Set a top catch already. They picked Udyr. That should already been like PSG lost.
Look at this right here. Who's the 60 CS to 115? He doesn't even have an item right now. Look at that. Look at that gap right there. No
none
item. Just what's that? Bramble Vest?
None of them. Not even close to a kill. It's the crazy part that this is how you know like BLG.
The jungler had an item. GenG is trolling. You Kraken Slayer on.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, they were done. This is how you know BLG was trolling.
This is the real BLG.
Varus Ashe. What? That's mean you can't even get close to him. They're, like Varus hits you, Ashe hits you. They both got ults that can hit you from long range. They can hit you short range. And if they go attack speed, they get outrage you. Nico could just go in, ult you. See right there, you're gone. You're gone.
Just instant gone. At that point, I would just FF. If we were playing that in the air, I'm FF. We're done.
Oh, yeah,
we don't play this anymore. We're done. I give it handshake. I like. What's my ability? Handshake. Okay, you got it. This round, you're good. You're better than me. I'm good.
What? Like,
I want people to understand how big of a gap Bin beat the shit out of their top laner. GenG has an item, completed one before his top laner does at 14 minutes in.
Yep.
Him and Woody are the only. Well, that's a fasting center, so that's fine. Maple could farm in his own lane and doesn't even have an item first. I was like, this is the real PSG. Do I think they're probably like stronger than the Western team right now? I guess we'll be seeing them play up against Fnatic. I think, right? I think. No. PSG play up against T1. Oh Lord Jesus! They're blasted.
No.
There's TL play Fnatic, and then that would mean that PSG would play
either G2 or
T1 in the lower bracket. Yeah, whoever loses that.
What if T1 loses and just absolutely claps the shit out of PSG?
If PSG face T1, they are getting dumpstered into the fucking dirt.
T1 ain't gonna troll you. I'm there right now. T1 ain't gonna troll you in 5 games.
Yeah, T1's not gonna be over aggressive and troll like BLG did against them.
I'm gonna tell you this: T1 might give you half a game 1 and then beat you at the end. That's what T1 does.
This might have been the peak of PSG. which was based off of BLG massively throwing in the series.
Yep.
I'm going to understand. If PSG were good, this would be a close game 5. This was, you just mauled them.
Yep.
They got out macroed, pace on the map, objectives. The quite so the top laner had barely an item at 20 minutes in.
No
Ben
Void
just put his
Grubs.
cock out on the table.
Think about this. No Void Grubs, no Drakes. They were down. This is right here. This is when the perfect game was lost. But look how much gold. They were down, I think, 8,000 gold at this point, or 10,000.
Nah, yeah, you're right. The 11K.
11K gold down.
Wait, hold on.
If it wasn't
5 minus 31.
If it wasn't for that Azir play, it's a perfect game.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for that Azir, Maple's the reason why that PSG doesn't get a perfect game there. Maple. And then look at that ult. That ult.
It's so bad. So bad. They have no damage. They gave their playmaking ADC the fasting Senna bot lane. Even though he played... I hate teams who draft. He played really... The one of the game 4s where BLG threw a Baron where they were winning it, he played really good on Ezreal. Pick it again.
Yeah.
Like that, quite literally, pick it again. Or pick Xayah. Xayah's not banned. This game 5 draft was just quite literally bad on every regard.
This was a bad. That Udyr pick alone lost him the game.
Oh,
plus,
yeah, right, yeah. Udyr into Cassante so troll.
Was Cassante the first pick again?
Third one. Wait, it's 1-2, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cassante was third pick.
Cassante should have been banned.
If they're gonna take Cassante, if they're gonna do that, then force Ben to play like Aatrox or something. I don't know why they. Remember, they last picked Udyr.
But my thing is, why is PSG picking Udyr to begin with? If you fall,
that's Ozzy's most played champion. That's his most played. That's champion's most
comfortable. If you fall behind on Udyr, you're never coming back. I learned this the hard way.
And keep in mind, even more context out to your point. He got his last pick. They picked Udyr as a last pick for Ozzy because that was his most played champion. Yep. Instead of picking for the ADC that basically got them out of every situation possible. Fuck that guy. Fuck the ADC. Let's give our top laner, who's been mostly just dog shit the entire fucking tournament. Because he deserves the priority, right? Not the ADC who carries us, right? The top laner deserves the priority.
Exactly.
Dumb fucking shit. I'll know how smart you are at League or watching the game if you tell me PSG should have 3-1 BLG. You are a crackhead if you think that. You are actually so fucking dumb. I know you're bronze. It was 7-1 in kills. Bro, they had no turrets, but one. Oh, what? I think that, what, right? I think that was turret.
Yeah.
Game 3 is the one where they had Lulu, right? Yeah, they had one turret. And if you look right here on the map, does it look like PSG are winning? Sorry. Does it look like PSG are winning that? Look at this mini map. Remember, that's 7-1 in kills at one point, and they barely got anything.
3 dragons. They're up 3 Drakes, but they only got 1 tower down.
They should have 3-1 BLG. Get the fuck out of here.
In my opinion, if you're only up a solid gold with 1 tower down, and they have 2, you have 3 Drakes, it looks even at that point. And the reason I say that, because you can't, that's even in my opinion. Mm-hmm. If I see that, that's even. I'm like, oh no, you're even. Like, that is so even.
Yeah. Like the 3 Drakes could be a benefit to them if they actually got structures down and they were able to like push the pace of the game. They never pushed the pace of the game to the point where they didn't really have a lead. They had like 1,000. That's like nothing. Yeah. Guys, come on. That's like nothing in the grand scheme of things. You know? That's why Asian teams are really good. Even if you have kill leads on them, it doesn't matter at this point. All right. Then you have the real match of the week coming up. G2 Esports versus T1. Guys, last year G2 couldn't even beat GenG. I'm sorry. Maybe G2 get a game, like 1. I think I predicted like 3-1, actually. You know, fun fact, the head-to-head record amongst best of 5s against them is actually in favor of G2, actually. So if T1 win this one, their best of 5 record will be just tied. I think T1 are going to win. I think I'll just say 3-1, honestly.
Yes, yeah.
Like those little small warm-up games T1 had, those are going to be really, really beneficial to them. I know it's not beneficial beating FlyQuest up, but G2 hasn't played a stage game in about a month, give or take, and their first matchup is against T1. Yeah, and that's the thing is, let's say T1 do lose and go to the losers bracket. Oh god, all those other teams are screwed. I would not envy T1 going to the losers bracket. They're quite literally going to crush anyone down there. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think T1 beat G2. I don't like people are factoring in. Caps is good, but even when Caps was like able to stand up to Asian midlaners, he never beat them in lane. He always had to pick roaming. I mean, every midlaner roams, but he always had to like get his advantage out of lane. He never really got an advantage in lane specifically. So, what do you have any ways that G2 can beat them? Honestly, even if they lane swap and they pick on Zeus, Zeus knows how to deal with that. That's not even an advantage anymore for some people.
Okay. There is a way I do see them winning, but they're gonna have to go with some unconventional picks. Mm-hmm. They're gonna have to. How do I say this? They're gonna have to troll T1 and to do some like unconventional picks, and then of course, Yike's gonna have to roam a little more. Everything that T1's weak against G2 is gonna have to do. I think they can do, but I don't think they're gonna win. I think T1's they're too far ahead of what G2 does.
Like, keep in mind, people, GenG is the best team, and even when they made, like, odd mistakes here and there that were uncharacteristic for them, they still 3-0'd Fnatic. When it mattered, when it came to beating them, they just, like, crushed them, honestly.
Yep.
And now G2 is going to face their, Riot logic. All second seeds and first seeds are the same. We got to pair them together. No, go to hell, Riot. Gumayusi versus, Gumayusi and Carrier versus Hansama and Teddy. Hansama and Mickey X. Yeah, like, fucking hell. That's going to be such an uphill battle for them. Do I see a world where they can maybe get some leads? But that's the thing is, even getting leads doesn't really matter against these guys sometimes because they know how to get out of that situation and or create their own lead and pressure that better. It's just, I just don't see it, honestly. I think T1 just win. I'll say they get a game because they were able to get a game last year off BLG and GenG, but like, that's as far as I'm giving it. There's absolutely no way that they're winning the series. No way. If it happens, then T1 fucking threw someplace because that's just like, that would be surprising. Now, if T1 did lose, like I said before, it makes the losers bracket all the more spicy because that means T1 can face up against Team Liquid.
Oh again. God! And then APA is gonna just he's gonna all chat everybody, and then they're all gonna look at each other and be like, okay, let's just stop them to the fucking ground.
Yeah. Well, what's cool about these series is like when you get a chance to go to work, they're already like in games 2, actually.
No, by the time I'm at work, no, they're done. No, I'm sleeping while these games are going.
Oh, okay.
Because they'll start the game to like 5 in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting up for this shit.
Mm-hmm. Like, was there anything else you want to? What is this Kendrick Drake beef that Kato was talking about earlier?
Oh, it was rap.
I don't know how it started, so you be telling me everything right now.
It depends on how you want to think it started. It started back in 2014. Controlverse, Kendrick said he's put out it's not a threat thing. It was more like anybody with a challenge for the top spot in rap. These are the rappers I feel like are great. Is him going out and declare himself into the rap game. All right, cool, everybody. It's like, all right, cool, he's here. He's a great rapper. And then you got about a decade later, everybody said, oh, Kendrick always hated Drake. No. I think what it was is it's like Kendrick's from a different world than Drake is, different views, no pun intended. Drake, he's one thing, but he paces himself as other thing. And Kendrick supposed to be everyone wants to make Kendrick as this messiah kind of, he's against the industry, but no, he really is part of the industry. He just doesn't do as much music, and now they're rapping about, Kendrick trying to say, he's a pedophile because he Drake did some questionable stuff.
I think it was the Millie Bobby Brown thing. Wasn't he messaging her?
Plus, but it's not illegal to message anybody depending on what the message is.
Right.
That Billie
and she's in Europe. I think she's in Europe, so their age of consent is like what 16 or some shit like that.
Yeah, but she films over here as well in America sometimes. Into Canada. No, there was a thing back in 2010 where Drake was this girl. He brought this girl on stage, and found out she was 17. And Drake was like almost he was about a decade older than her. Dad and some other questionable stuff. They can't try to say, "Oh, Drake has another child," but we don't know about that. And it was a bug back and forth. And Drake said that Kendrick beats his fiance and doesn't want to marry her. And it's like, I don't know if he's a domestic abuser, but now you're saying a lot of accusations. And Kendrick said he's as bad as Epstein. I was like, now you're putting a lot of accusations out there. And then the whole thing is, it's like, on Drake's side, it's like, we already have all the receipts, but no one really gives a fuck. I try to tell people back in the day about this. And Drake's one of my favorite artists. I was like, but I don't stand for none of these artists. And then it was Kendrick. It's like, Kendrick, you don't put that much music out. You're no offense, your greatest album to me is Good Kid, Mad City. Your Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, that put me to sleep. It wasn't trash. You remember you had that music guy on back in 2022 when we were talking about Kendrick's new album, and I said I care for it. Lyrically he's spitting, but I don't care about the stuff he's talking about. It don't resonate to me. Oh, but I can listen to a song and say it's a great song and don't care for it. I've been to you that. You know, song I listen to, I'm like, this is a good Sonic song, but I don't give a fuck about it. That was Kendrick's last album and To Pimp a Butterfly. I like Kendrick's Damn album, and I like Good Kid, Mad City and Section 80. I don't care about the other two albums that came out from Kendrick. Oh, and the Black Panther album. I like that. But it's like, or the Black Panther soundtrack. It's one of those things where we got a lot. Now we got more music out of Kendrick. It's this whole thing where, like, everybody tries to say,
I know the development that happened today. Drake's place got shot up, or someone tried to shoot him or whatever. That's pretty serious. Yeah,
his security guard got shot. But the issue is, so many people have beef with Drake. But then, if you really look at it, is this really beef? Or is this because think about it, we all pay attention, or not you, but we all, it says pay attention to the Kendrick Drake thing. There are 3 things that happen people didn't realize. The United States Congress is trying to get rid of the Bible. The Bible.
I noticed that. Yeah.
That, the Boeing, the 2 people that died from the Boeing whistleblower, those 2 people died.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And Diddy. Because think about it, everybody's talking about Kendrick versus Drake, and nobody's talking about Diddy. Like, it was one of those things where, was this really a distraction? Because if you look at it, Kendrick and Drake, both of their record or music labels are under the same because in music, there's 3 major record labels. Universal Music Group, Warner Brothers, and Sony. Both Drake's Young Money and OVO and Kendrick's PG Lane, they're both under and Interscope are both under Universal Music Group. A lot of times you can't put out an album unless the higher ups say it's good because they made a joke about this years ago. The people that put out music now is not the record producers, it's the lawyers and accountants. Oh, will this make money? And it's like, think about it.
Who was the guy that initially warned Drake? Because I heard this. Someone initially warned like Kendrick or Drake that they're all going to come for you at some point, trying to diss you. Who was that?
Eminem. Eminem was one. Lil Wayne said like Drake needs to just stay like in a sense he wanted to tell to not go at Kendrick, but he was saying because Drake was the
K-Dot mentioned this in the stream that Kendrick was like he made some like R. Kelly comment or some shit.
Yeah. Oof. But the issue is all the information he didn't expose anything. All this information was already out there, and it doesn't happen because there's no proof. There's no proof that any of this happened. And then if there is proof, it would have already been out there.
That's how it works now. Whenever it comes to these situations, man, whoever talks first, that's the story that everyone believes, even if it's true or not.
And then the whole thing was Kendrick. And then the whole thing was Kendrick. And now they're looking at Kendrick. You've been engaged to your fiance for 8 years. Why haven't you married her? And you've been dating her for almost 15. And you got engaged to her 8 years ago, and you still haven't married her. Now they gotta look at it like, why you? Who? If you get engaged, you tend to get married within 2 to 3 years, at most 4, sometimes 5.
Yeah.
And you got the money. That's me. Well, why you not get married? Is there something that needs to come out? Like, is there something wrong in that relationship? And that's the thing about it. You gotta look at it like, and that's the thing about it. You look at it, you're like, oh, this is a touching subject. Because honestly, like, I like both of the songs. Like, I think Kendrick snapped more on the R&B, and I remember I still got that video coming out on why the short story on why I say Drake won. Drake got Kendrick to do something that Kendrick didn't really care to do. Put out rap music.
Okay. What's the last album Kendrick released?
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That album was boring as shit.
Oh, what's up, Robert? How you doing, man?
What up, Robert? What's going on, man? You remember I said it back in 2022. You remember when that you had that music producer guy on from Atlanta?
Fuck. Oh, yeah, I remember.
You remember? I told him, I was like, dude, I'm not saying
Beeline Entertainment.
Yeah, I told him. He was like, I was like, dude, I'm not saying the album's trash. I'm not saying Kendrick's trash. I said I don't care for this album. This album is a snooze fest. It's boring. Mm-hmm. This ain't the Kendrick album. I'm like, dude, I can't relate to this. I'm not saying that his rapping is bad. I'm not saying that the topics are trash. Some people ain't gonna be related to it. Lyrically, he's good, but what the fuck he talking about, I don't give a shit about. Plus, some of this shit is just like, what the fuck you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, and then he put out the video where he kind of portrayed himself as Jesus Christ. Like, dude, don't do that. That's disrespectful. Like, you know.
Do you think the beef's going to be ending very soon, or do you think people are going to keep having
in my opinion, there's no beef. I'm never beef. There's no beef when two people are under the same record group. Mm-hmm. There's no beef, like, because this felt like a big distraction because they got everybody distracted. And now they're going to take the Bibles out of America. Mm-hmm. The 2 whistleblowers from Boeing are dead. And these planes are still falling out of the sky. They're not being repaired properly. And third, now they're trying to make it seem like, oh, Diddy might not go to jail. No, that motherfucker need to go to jail. For all the shit he did.
Yes. The thing is, man, Diddy has so many charges. He'll get caught on something.
Plus, he got so many suspicions. It's like, were you really behind the head of Tupac? Why did you bring Biggie to L.A.? Why did Shine take that charge for you? What happened to the 2 rappers that became Muslims? It's like, the biggest question is, why did you bring Biggie to L.A. 6 months after Tupac died? What the fuck were you thinking? Mm-hmm. Really? You brought Biggie to L.A. Nick, oh, we gotta get this money. His mama don't never want to see you again. She believes you the reason why he dead. Like, that was her only son.
Good Lord.
He wasn't even 25 yet. Like, that's the sad part about it.
Do you think the rap game right now is kind of stale? That's why people are just latching onto this beef really hard? Or argument or whatever?
People try to say hip hop's back. I'm like, no. It got the revival. But the issue is the reason why people try or latch on to hip hop. Like, hip hop, I'm not gonna say it's not that. The issue is there's no really good artists. All the music sounds the same. Like I'm still listening to this shit from 90s to early 2000s. Like, I got to the point now I'm listening to songs that are 20 years old. I'm like, fuck. Mm-hmm. Like, it was bad enough when I was listening to songs of Biggie from 1994.
Oh, yeah, that was the last one. And Eminem put him in his place. I remember that. Yeah.
Man, that was no fucking beef. A beef is supposed to be back and forth, like Machine Gun punched first, then Eminem punched it back, then punched it back again, and then put his foot in his ass, and then put his hand in his ass and worked him like a fucking puppet.
The guy was talking about his daughter. I mean, Eminem's daughter pretty attractive. I will give it.
Yeah, no, of course Haley's attractive. It was like, and then Haley, or that I think it was the leader, so said that MGK used to be attractive, but now he looked like he coked out. I was like, shit, okay, fuck. It's like, and then you out here saying this and then this, because it wasn't even that. Because it was like, it wasn't even about the Haley thing. It was like, you out here, you go attack another girl. I'm gonna keep it about you, and Eminem kept it about you. They kept it about. He just kept it about you. It was like, you want to be me, you want to be gangster, but you're not really gangster. But you out here with Megan Fox, but apparently you the one get fucked in a relationship. I'm like, oh shit, what the?
ABC says, well, that's just because you're old, Chaz. If you ain't in your 20s, then more than likely you ain't listening to the young artists. This happens.
These young artists are garbage. They fucking trash, nigga.
I've heard some of them. The only one I like that was decent was like Jack Harlow, but he was like decent. He was okay.
Jack Harlow's a decent. He all right.
He has a few bangers here or there, but he's not like anything good, you know?
He's not rememberable. That's the issue.
The people older than you didn't listen to your favorite rappers either. I don't know about that one.
No. That's true to a certain degree. That's to a certain degree. That's too true to.
Yeah, that's one that goes 50-50, I guess.
I'm gonna tell you this: people listen to Tupac. The album that people do not listen to Tupac, like the one album people say that ruined Tupac was the last album he did out while he was alive. All Eyes on Me. That was the album because now he went from this poetic, angelic guy who was about social change to I'm a gangster, I'm a pop in your fucking face. Fuck you, fat motherfucker. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. When Tupac put Hit 'Em Up out, like, cause if Tupac never made Hit 'Em Up, he might still be alive first. Second thing, like that one song changed his perception for himself and with a lot of people. Because think about that, he put that album out on I think this February 13th, 1996, and he was dead 7 months later. Just think about that. That shit, that those 7 months, this trust me, I was 4 years old. I mean, I didn't really know the impact of Tupac when I was a kid. Like I knew a few songs, but they're all clean versions like Biggie. Like all the Biggie songs I listened to a kid were clean versions. But it was like this Kendrick, people try to make it seem like could this be the next Tupac versus Biggie beef? I do not want that to happen.
Yeah.
But that shit got into some gang shit. Yeah, it's just a cycle. That got into some shit that made no sense. I don't know, like that got into shit that did not need to get into. Like Biggie had no business being in LA. Tupac should have stayed in that hotel, that room that night, and then both probably still be alive. Like that was some politics shit that, like, think about it. Tupac jumped the guy and got popped 3 hours later, or about 2 hours later. That shit happens in real life LA shit. Think about think about it. Cade whooped that nigga's ass in Mexican Society and got shot like a day later. That shit happens in West Coast shit. If you jump a motherfucker and do not kill him, he's come back with guns. That's what niggas do. And it's just I tell people that's the sad reality. But why you get mad when the media? No, I get mad because they try to paint it like that's the only thing that happened. A lot of good shit happened. Don't paint it like black people are only one committing violence in America. That's the issue with the media. Media act like black people are the only one doing violence. Until a school shooting happens, then they want to act like the drive-by down the street. The school shooting, Columbine, and the drive-bys are both bad. They're both equally bad. Both of them harm the society and the neighborhoods. One is more petrol than the other. And that's the thing about it. Like that whole shit was Tupac. That shit happens like that. I've seen somebody get they fucking like they got stomped out, and then that dude and his boys got shot 6 hours later. Like I seen a nigga get stomped out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and by 4:30 he was on some color shit. And I remember I was at a party. Yo, what up, niggas? I just heard 3 shots go off. My ass ran out the back door. I was gone. I was like, but I had to make sure that I didn't run straight out the street in the car, because sometimes the car whip around the corner that they can shoot whoever's going out the back door. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you gotta be careful. You can't just run straight out the house now, because motherfuckers will spin the block and shoot whoever's leaving. There's some niggas that shoot everybody. I'm like, this is why I tell people I don't like going to parties in parts of town where I know the crime, where I know liquor and marijuana is being used, because when niggas is high, and I don't mean just black people, black, Hispanics, the few cracked out white boys, when people are under the influence, they're a lot dumber. They're a lot like risky. They are more, how you put it, risque with their shit. Motherfuckers don't kill. Motherfuckers don't like was it back in the day when niggas used to play before 2014. If a nigga was, if there were certain songs, if you heard like Tupac or DMX or 50 Cent or even Die For My Niggas, you heard that song play and that shit was low, and then that shit started bumping up and then started going back low again, but the car got no headlights on. Like, it's like that scene in Friday. You remember when Craig and Smokey walking out here? Ain't nobody even big dog woo woo. And then it's like, who that? And then you see the van with the light on, and then it turns off. I've been in a situation like that. Except I ran right back in that. I ran right back in the house. And then I ran through the house, out the back door, jumped over the fence, hid right behind the trash can. The van goes right past me in the alleyway. If they would have stopped and noticed me, I wouldn't be here right now. Go past me, go back out, take a left. And then they stopped. Man. And they stopped. And I think they noticed me, but I realized they noticed the cop car coming. And then the cop car turns on the siren. They start driving off. I was like, all right, cool, I'm safe. I walked home. That was the last time I ever hung around that area. And this was 2009. I don't like being around niggas. And then so my friend was saying, well, that's why you say you like hanging around white people? I never said that. When I meet niggas, I meet ignorant people.
I feel safe around white people and Mexicans.
I'll tell you why I don't feel safe around white people. Because the same shit happens in the white neighborhoods. Motherfuckers be high on coke. Yo, you fuck my girlfriend, you fuck my sister, and you go dump her, and the motherfuckers out here with the AR-15. No, I don't. I tell people if I know there's drugs at the party, I don't go. I don't go. It tends to happen more around niggas because I live in the area with more niggas, with more Hispanics. I don't go to the white people party up in up part of town because there's no buses. You got to drive up there. When the niggas be partying, there's always a bus coming every 30 minutes or every hour. Hell no. I don't do that.
Well, I just wanted to hear about the whole Kendrick thing.
Nah, Kendrick, Drake, that was just music beef, and then they got personal. Now it's like, and then Drake's bodyguard got shot, and now people are both looking at both of them sideways. It's crazy. Oh, but on Sunday, we never got to talk about Dick got a new ADC.
Or top laner?
No, they got a new ADC.
Dick swapped out Tomo? Thank God.
Yeah. You won't believe it's who. Apparently, if this is rumored.
Because I think will we have series after today? Or we do lower? When does the lower bracket start after this series today?
Lower bracket starts Saturday, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything yet. Oh God, I don't see anything yet about a new Dig ADC. I'll look for it. Give me a sec.
It's just rumors right now, but
Who's the rumored person?
League on Lock. Probably.
One sec. Does MSK live more with Hispanics or blacks? I don't have anyone live around me. I mean the neighbors right now currently before they move are Hispanic. They're tacos, but you know.
What's the website where it shows all the transactions happen?
Oh, there's quite a bit of them. There's Sheep Esports. There's Wulo's account. Let me see. Oh, you could look at Reddit, but I don't really want to.
Oh hell no, no. I don't go by Reddit. Oh, Leaguepedia. Okay.
Oh, you're right. Okay, we'll talk about this on Sunday. We'll say this.
Yeah.
Sunday it is, actually.
Yep.
Wow. Battle of the century. You're not gonna have Sven versus Berserker.
Yep.
Tacos, poro salad. Taco, lettuce, iced coffee. I like tacos. Lettuce tastes like shit, and iced coffee's cool. I like iced coffee. A little bit. A little overrated, but I like it. Do you even drink coffee? Really?
Yeah, no, I drink coffee.
Oh, okay. You like your coffee black?
Sometimes it's a little.
I couldn't do black coffee, man. It just tastes like shit.
I can if it's cold brew with some sugar in it.
Oh, you like a cold brew? Oh, okay.
I can do cold brew. I can't do iced coffee, just regular iced coffee.
Okay,
black.
So we have tomorrow. Today coming up is Friday, and we have Saturday. It's lower. Well, you're right. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, we have games throughout the week.
Yeah, we got
shit.
Yeah.
So we have 4 best ofs throughout the weeks. We have tomorrow coming up G2T1, like we said. Then Fnatic versus TL. Then we have GenG Top Esports. Then whoever is going to be the winner out of whoever is out of Fnatic and Liquid.
Yeah, because Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is the first game. The first game Saturday is the lower bracket, and then the second game on Saturday is the upper bracket, and then Sunday is the same thing. I think they're best of 5s, but that's a bit long, dude.
I don't mind. Yeah, iced coffee. I always prefer frappes, but iced coffee's cool every once in a while. I don't really get that super obsession with it, honestly. All right. So, anything else you want to say before we head out? Actually, anything people should be looking out for? That Pokemon? Aren't you on that Pokemon channel or whatever?
Yeah, I got. I don't have anything scheduled out yet. I thought I did. I'm not sure what to put out for that. Yeah, I might just put out a tier list of me talking about what decks I feel like if you just start, this is the best deck at this level. And guys, when I say world championship, it doesn't mean you can only take this to a world championship. That's me if I'm like. I might wait till Twilight Masquerade comes out and then do the tier list. I mean, I might push it back a week because then it would. No, matter of fact, I could probably do one now and then do another one in a month. Pretty much when I do a tier list, pretty much what I'm saying is, if you are going to the World Championship, this is the best deck I would recommend you taking. Does not mean you're going to bring this to World Championship. Like, you can bring Charizard to any level and have fun and play. It's like, if you don't have fun playing the deck, don't play it. The reason why I play Charizard because I like playing Charizard. Like, I like playing Chimpao, but Chimpao, I don't always win. I don't always win with Chimpao, and that's the issue with Chimpao. Like, Chimpao's the kind of deck where you could win with Chimpao when it works. You gotta know sequencing. Like it's like Yu-Gi-Oh. You gotta know what card to play at what time. Because if you play the wrong card first, it's that whole situation. That's why I tell people. That's why when I got the tier list, do not get butthurt if I said this card is trash. Because this card might be trash, or this deck might be trash, but I'm not saying you can't play. I'm saying if you realistically want to win a regional, this ain't the deck that's gonna get you there. Like, this will not be the deck that gets you there. I'm telling you that right now. Because people have to understand that. You can't bring every deck to every tournament and think you're going to do good. Some decks are meant to be for this level. Like, if you're a beginning player, you might get lucky and take a deck all the way to a finals in the League Cup only to lose. But if you know you did your best, you go for it. That's it. I can't tell you that. I can't go up to you and say, "Oh, this deck's no good," because it might not be no good to me, but it might be good to you. That's what I want people to get out of it when I say these decks are good or bad at this level. Like, you can take any deck and and have fun with it, but will you? That's the question. That's the main thing I want people to understand. Like, I'm just giving my opinion. I'm looking at the results. Plus, I test out a lot of decks just to see what's good, what's not, what's good against the meta, like. Because the main thing you want to do is, if you don't want to play the best deck, you want to beat the best deck. And a lot of times, you got to test a lot of different decks. So it's like, oh yeah, okay, that's it. But that's the main thing. I just want people to understand, like. Yeah, don't get butthurt if I say a bad deck is bad, because it more likely is bad. You just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like when you tell someone their deck is bad because they invested that much money into it, it's always just an emotional response generally.
That's why I tell people, use these free online simulators. You got Pokemon PTCG Live is free. You build any deck, start building up, craft cards, get code cards if you go to locals, just get a basic $60 deck, and I mean $60, but get two. Sometimes you get the Gardevoir deck. You damn near have a deck you can take right to locals and have fun. Get a top 4 in a league challenge if you're prepared. Yeah, that's the
everyone.
thing.
Thank you guys for showing up tonight. We had a good show. We're going over more best of fives for the 2024 midseason invitational. If you are watching this show on the podcasting platforms, just enjoy the show, watching and listening to the show. All that matters to me. Have a great time with it. Put it on your second monitor or play it, in your car or when you're obviously, at home if you need something else to listen to.
On the way to work, on the way from home.
Banging your wife.
At the gym.
Yeah. 7th monitor experience. If you have 7th monitor experience, you crackhead. But yes, getting all my content structured and ready, getting everything just ready to be a well-oiled content machine. You guys are really going to like the final product of what I'm working on right now. I've been working on it tirelessly, just trying to get this stuff done. So, I'm just trying to work on getting like run times for shows. Like what's the perfect time to, really run a show and end a show when it's like one of these or one of my one-on-ones. I'm trying to just gather all that together. I'm going to be a well-oiled machine pumping out content like never before. You guys are gonna love it. But thank you guys for watching the show tonight. And remember, if you are just watching this show or you are just here for League, we will be back here Sunday 5:30 PST or a little bit earlier, give or take if I'm off of work a little bit earlier actually. But yeah, we'll see you guys on Sunday 5:30 PST to talk about more best of fives in the 2024 midseason invitational. See you guys later. Have a great night, everybody. If you are a returning viewer or new viewer, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this episode of the Cloud9 podcast. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below and hit the notification bell. That way you can be notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And we'll see you guys.